Hey everyone, it's Graham here. Today, we're diving into something that's draining your wallet without you even realizing it. Hidden fees. You work hard for your money. You deserve to keep as much of it as possible. These fees might seem small at first, like a few dollars here and there, but let me tell you, they add up over time and can cost you hundreds, even thousands of dollars a year. That's money that could be going towards your financial goals, like investing, buying a house, or just having some extra peace of mind. We'll be uncovering the sneaky ways these fees are hidden in plain sight, and I'll give you actionable tips on how to avoid them. Whether you're a seasoned budgeter or just starting out, this video is for you. So buckle up and let's get started. First up, let's talk about bank account maintenance fees. These are the pesky little charges that banks sneak into your monthly statements for simply having an account with them. You might see fees for things like falling below a minimum balance, using out-of-network ATMs, or even just for receiving paper statements. I mean, come on, it's 2023. Who even uses paper statements anymore? Now, I get it. Banks are businesses too, and they need to make money. But these fees can really eat into your hard-earned cash, especially if you're not careful. I've seen some banks charge up to $15 or more per month just for maintaining a basic checking account. That's $180 per year. And let's be real, you're probably not getting $180 worth of value from those paper statements, are you? The good news is that these fees are completely avoidable. There are tons of banks out there, both online and brick and mortar, that offer no fee checking and savings accounts. Do your research, compare your options, and switch to a bank that values your business and doesn't nickel and dime you with unnecessary fees. Next up, we've got utility service charges. These are the hidden fees that often fly under the radar because they're lumped in with your essential expenses like electricity, gas, water, and internet. Look closely at your bills, and you might be surprised by what you find. Some common utility service charges include late payment fees, activation or deactivation fees, and even fees for paying your bill over the phone. Seriously, who even does that anymore? These charges might seem small individually, but they add up quickly, especially if you're not careful. And the worst part, many people don't even realize they're being charged these fees because they simply pay their bills without scrutinizing them. But trust me, those extra few dollars here and there can make a big difference in the long run. So, how can you avoid these sneaky charges? First, set up auto-pay for all your utility bills. This will help you avoid late payment fees and ensure that your bills are paid on time. Second, opt for paperless billing whenever possible. This will not only save you a few bucks, but also help the environment. And finally, if you have any questions or concerns about your bill, don't hesitate to contact your utility company directly. Now let's talk about subscription convenience fees. These are the fees that companies sneak into your monthly or annual subscriptions for services like streaming, music, and even gym memberships. Think about it. How many subscriptions do you have? Probably more than you realize, right? And each one of those subscriptions could be hiding hidden fees that are slowly draining your bank account. These fees can come in many forms. You might see them as maintenance fees, service charges, or even convenience fees. But no matter what they're called, they all have one thing in common. They're taking money out of your pocket for something you might not even be using or need. For example, some streaming services charge extra for HD or 4K content. Do you really need to watch your favorite shows in ultra-high definition? Probably not. Yet you could be paying an extra $5 or more per month for it. The best way to avoid these fees is to be mindful of the subscriptions you sign up for. Before you hit that subscribe button, read the fine print and make sure you understand exactly what you're paying for. Look for services that offer transparent pricing with no hidden fees. And don't be afraid to cancel subscriptions that you're not using regularly or that are no longer providing you with value. Remember, every dollar you save on unnecessary subscriptions is a dollar you can put towards your financial goals. Next, we have credit card interest fees. Look, I love a good rewards credit card as much as the next guy, but if you're not paying your balance in full every month, those interest fees can really add up and completely negate any rewards you might be earning. We're talking about interest rates that can be as high as 20%, 25%, even 30% or more. That's insane. Think about it. If you're only making the minimum payments on a credit card balance of $5,000 with a 20% interest rate, it could take you over 15 years to pay it off and cost you thousands of dollars in interest charges. That's money you could be using to invest, save for a down payment on a house, or even just treat yourself to something nice. So, what's the solution? Well, the best way to avoid credit card interest fees is to avoid carrying a balance altogether. Use your credit cards responsibly, only spend what you can afford to pay back in full each month, and treat them like debit cards. If you do find yourself in credit card debt, create a plan to pay it down as quickly as possible. Consider transferring your balance to a card with a lower interest rate, or using a debt consolidation loan to simplify your payments. And remember, the sooner you pay off your debt, the less you'll pay in interest and the faster you can achieve your financial goals. Finally, let's talk about hidden fees in contracts. Now, I know what you're thinking. Contracts? That's boring, Graham. But trust me on this one. Contracts are everywhere, and they can be full of hidden fees that can cost you big time if you're not careful. We're talking about everything from cell phone contracts to car leases to mortgage agreements. These fees can be sneaky and often come in the form of activation fees, early termination fees, or even just vague wording that allows the company to increase your rates without notice. For example, you might sign a 2-year cell phone contract thinking you're getting a great deal, only to find out later that there's a hefty early termination fee if you need to cancel your service before the contract is up. The key to avoiding hidden fees in contracts is to read the fine print. I know, it's long and boring, but it's crucial to understand exactly what you're agreeing to before you sign on the dotted line. Don't be afraid to ask questions and clarify anything that seems unclear. And if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Remember, knowledge is power, and by taking the time to understand the terms of your contracts, you can avoid costly surprises down the road. So there you have it, folks. Those are just a few of the many hidden fees that could be draining your wallet without you even realizing it. But the good news is that by being aware of these fees and taking steps to avoid them, you can keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket where it belongs. Remember, it's your money, and you deserve to keep as much of it as possible. Don't let these sneaky fees win. Take control of your finances, be a savvy consumer, and watch your savings grow. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more tips to save money. See you next time.